Over the years, I've had many Panasonic cameras, starting off with the G7 that I rented, followed by the G85, 95. I've also had the GH5, GH5S, and GH6 for professional usage for my wedding videography business. And the GH6 specifically is an amazing camera. I almost actually purchased its predecessor, the GH7. My problem is Micro Four Thirds cameras really should be smaller. That is actually a pretty large issue I have. I wish Panasonic was developing professional, smaller cameras, but they're not doing that right now. So because of that, I actually started investing in Fujifilm because there are many shoots that I do where I need a more compact setup. So because of my migration to Fujifilm, I want to make this quick video going over my current lens setup, how I'm using this lens setup, and maybe we'll cover what lenses I still might need to get in the future. In front of me are the three lenses I own and we're going over in this video. The first one though is my most commonly used lens. It's the Sigma 18 to 50mm constant f2.8. In full frame numbers, this is the equivalent of a 27mm to 75mm lens. Obviously, this is a zoom lens, and for my wedding films and similar events, whether I'm shooting on a tripod, monopod, handheld, or a gimbal, this lens can really capture the vast majority of what I do. Overall, I have been very happy with this lens. I just love its price as well as compact nature. With that said though, there is a caveat of me using Sigma that I've not figured out, and it makes me kind of want to get a native Fujifilm lens. But that is when I zoom in and out, for some reason, it goes out of focus on my X-T5, which is the only interchangeable Fujifilm camera I have right now. But for some reason, when I zoom in and out, it loses focus. As soon as I stop zooming in and out, it retains focus again. I don't know why it does that. It is unfortunate. Doesn't bother me too much because I just try not to do any zooming while I'm recording, but it is something I did want to note because maybe that'll be a deal breaker for you. For me though, I'm gonna be choosing its size over honestly everything, and I'll go over why size is so important with the bag that I have at the end of this video. Now moving to our next lens, this is maybe my second most used lens, but it depends on the situation. This is the, again, Sigma 10 to 18mm lens. This is an ultra wide lens coming in at a full frame equivalent of 15 to 27mm. I love this lens for opening wide shots, establishing shots for my wedding films and events, but most specifically, I use this lens for my real estate photography portion of my business. Very similar to the 18 to 50mm, it's small. It is really small, and that is incredibly important to me. Now, I will say again, I have that issue with it going out of focus when I'm zooming in and out. So that is something for you to take into mind when you're purchasing this Sigma lens. But I will say, if you've used these Sigma lenses, let me know if you've had that same issue down below. Maybe there's a solution that I'm unaware of. Now, moving on to our final lens. This is a Fujifilm lens. It is a prime lens. This is the 56mm f1.2. This is my newest lens, even though it is not new. I did buy it used, but oh boy, this lens looks amazing. Whether it's for videography, for photography, I have absolutely loved this lens and plan to keep it for a very long time. The image out of it is gorgeous. The background is incredibly soft. I have been now using this for portrait photography as well as lockdown shots for interviews. And I have really loved it. Now, this does not cover all of my shooting needs. I technically still need to acquire a proper telephoto lens. I don't know what that's gonna be because I don't own one yet. I haven't had any events recently that will need it. However, I definitely will in the future. I shoot conferences, especially for clients around the United Nations in New York City. So I will need to get a telephoto lens of some variant, some 70 to 200 or something like that, but I'll make a different video on that when I get that lens. But these three lenses though, for what I do right now are perfect. The first lens, the 18 to 50 millimeter, great overall versatile lens. The 8 to 18 mil, great for real estate as well as wide establishing shots. And honestly, this 56 millimeter, it's just great for details. It's great for portraits. I really can't say many more good things about this lens. It is such a breeze to have. Although funny enough, at f1.2, sometimes it is hard to keep your focus locked on just right. So I do some manual focusing with this. It depends on my subject though, obviously. But anyway, those are the three lenses. Now, I mentioned size, I mentioned my bag earlier. Why is it so important for me to have such a small lens setup, even camera setup? Well, let me grab my bag and I'll show you. So there are definitely shoots where I bring a lot of equipment and can carry big backpacks, suitcases, rollers, whatever. But there's other times where I'm gonna be taking the train into a city and need to pack as light as possible. And this video is not gonna be a whole, packing series or everything I have in my camera bag. That is to come, definitely stay tuned. But this is the bag that I use. I think this is around like 10 liters and this can fit everything from these lenses to my audio to my accessories for my DJI Pocket as well as the DJI Pocket. This fits my Fuji X100, all my batteries, wires, little handheld thing for my microphones. This can honestly pack it all. And when I had my Panasonic GH6, it really didn't fit in this bag. I mean, I could get it to fit in the bag, but I couldn't fit everything else, and that wasn't gonna work for me. So if you wanna see a packing video of my camera situation, let me know in the comments, although I'll probably be working on it on the sooner side. But those are the three lenses that I have currently right now. If you have a telephoto lens that you recommend, let me know down below. I will be looking to get one hopefully in the next few months or so, and we'll make some videos on that. Also, if you want to see any deep dives on any of these specific lenses, accessories, whatever, let me know. Maybe I can make some dedicated videos to say this constant F 2.8 56 millimeter lens or any of the other lenses that you have or that I have, let me know. Anyway, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thanks again for watching. This video was shot at our studio in North Jersey. If you're visiting the area or you live in the area and you need a photo or video studio, check us out. Our studio has a ton of backdrops as well as equipment such as lighting and also other props to make your photo shoot or video shoot a success. Just check out the link in the description. All right, thanks again.